Jumping in here right now, getting it started. Man, I got some great information, man. Hey, y'all, welcome to another edition of the Elite Mancast. Every week, different topics, man. We're going to have a great discussion tonight, but I want y'all to go to YouTube, subscribe, like, and share. Share on YouTube. Subscribe, and all that good stuff. But y'all, man, we talking about power, masculine power. What is your masculine power? Men, come on, man. We don't need no women talking about they masculine. You know, we know some women out here that are, but hey, not tonight.
That's what it is.
You can't be the daddy and I'm the daddy. It's Father's Day. She talking about Happy Father's Day to me, cause come on now. Y'all gonna have to stop that, but man, y'all know, man. It's me and Coach right now. We're gonna have his name gonna be in a minute. We're gonna have Alejandro on in a minute. But Mike had to work tonight, man. So it's me and Coach gonna bring it in. Go enjoy this night, man, and talk about some truth into what we got going on as men in this world, where more men need to be standing up. Let me say that. Come on, Coach, give me a little bit, man, with that Tampa Bay stuff on. That's okay. I got them boys on you. That's okay.
Yes, sir. Get buck. Yeah, it's truly wonderful to be in the land of the living. I am grateful. To be here. I am grateful. Masculine power. That's what we're talking about tonight. Authentic masculinity. That's where I'm going with it, man. And it's truly wonderful to be able to discuss this topic, man, because some of us men are losing sight. Some men are losing sight of what it is to be a man. We were on that topic a couple of weeks ago about what it is to be a man, but this is a little different aspect of it. We're talking about the power that a man possesses, and what a man should possess, So I'm grateful to be able to analyze this topic, man. It's going to be wonderful. It's a great day. Is this the last Wednesday? One more Wednesday. Yeah, this is the second to the last Wednesday in February. The month is moving fast, man, and it's Black History Month still. I'm black all year round, but this month I'm black.
Yes, well, no, man, we do get lost at times, but I think it is partially too, man, when we in relationships, man, a lot of men, they get in relationships and then, like you say, lose their way because their woman has a strong mind. She's a strong-willed woman. And then we sit back sometimes, okay, babe, I'm gonna let you take the wheel while I go out here and do this. But we still need to start keeping our framework in order, man. I go by this framework I had learned from 19 Keys about a year ago, and it's always been stuck with me, man. And that's why I came up with the motive. Well, I was doing the motivation before I even ran into him, personally and all of that. But I motivate. I try my best to give somebody some motivation every single day because I know a lot of people be in a slump.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So then when we came up with this show, the motivation turned into the instructions.
Okay.
So we're gonna give y'all a topic, and then we're gonna break down the topic so that y'all can understand that this is where we need to be at in our everyday lives. A lot of the times, men, because we lose track on what we're doing by trying to impress instead of showing up as a masculine man, as your masculine power. We always try to show up in an ego form of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We want to be this who I am. It's like, bro, your money does not define your success. The mind of a man defines his success. Where is he going with his mind? How is he going to lead his family? How is he going to lead his community? That's where that's where the masculine power come in at. So then it was education. So we always going to educate you guys on some different topics that you might have forgotten about or you might not have heard before. You know what I'm saying? So that's the beauty of the framework that I live by now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we continue to do this show so we can educate y'all. We can keep y'all in tune. We can give you guys instructions on how to get better, on how to beat depression, on how to strengthen your mental health. You know what I'm saying? So we giving this framework out every week, and then we put it on automation by recording it and leaving it on YouTube. So now you can go back and look at the same things again. So that's the beauty of framework, when you get you a system down to where every morning you want to motivate your children to get up out the bed to where they start being motivated on their own. This is masculine power. You know what I'm saying? And then if that don't get them, you inspired, then now they're going to start. I mean, once that gets them inside of them, then they're going to start inspiring their friends. Then they're going to start educating their friends. So we got to be them that real solid foundation, man, at our house. When we have a woman in our household, we have to be that solid foundation, because if she see you unstable, what you think she gonna do? She gonna pack her bags and get the hell out the way.
That's right. But that's one thing we got to remember. We got to remember that we are the fountainhead. You know, we are the head, and we cannot be afraid to be a servant leader. And son, I saw how you said about education. You know, we got to be lifelong learners. You know, we can't be the ones that know it all. So we continually develop. Not only self-develop, but we develop our mind as well, you know. And we are great we're able to talk about this. I know Keith and I, because we got similar backgrounds, you know, we've been through those kind of things. Well, right. And I'm gonna speak for me. I know I've been through depression. I know I've been through you know, not having direction, not being purpose driven, you know, things like that. So I was grateful to hear about this topic, masculine power, man, because it's a must. It's imperative that we obtain it. If you don't have it, you need to obtain it. And if you do have it, you need to build upon it, strengthen it, you know. And when we talk about that strength, it's not just physical strength, it's mental strength. You know, the mental capacity to move on and to be better. You know, that's where we at with that, man. And you know, as we think about where we've been in life.
Yeah.
You don't stay
stuck. I like the fact that you're talking about mental. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like your prefrontal cortex and your limbic systems, your midbrain, all of this stuff, man, that's what we have to start understanding. Like a person can tell you, hey man, the spark plug is gonna start my car. But you don't even know what makes decisions in your brain. What part of your brain makes the decision? So I feel like once we learn the parts of our brain that makes these things cooperate and correspond in certain ways, I feel like we'll start being better aware. We'll become more aware of who we are and where we're going. Because then you'll start asking yourself questions before you make that decision.
That's it.
Say, man, is this going to be masculine or is this going to be a feminine thing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Am I thinking out of emotion or am I thinking out of logic? Because a lot of men, we done came to the point to where we just act out of emotions all the time.
Yeah.
You will say something and then it's an emotional statement. And it's like, hold up, bro. We not on emotions right now. Right now, we're talking about getting some money. Or we talking about putting this plan together. We don't need your emotions right now. We need you to have a solid head. I need you to have some stable information.
Come on.
Some impactful information. And that way we can grow into a way that is going to be unstoppable.
That's it. That's it. And and we understand that you're able to feel. Don't get me wrong. You're able to feel, but there's a time to feel it. And then when you do feel it, you can't stay in it. And that's where the problem comes in. You're dwelling in it. And I can say it because I've been there. I've been there dwelling in a feeling that don't need to stay. You know, and it gets you off track. It gets you off track. It gets you off focus. We're talking about being purpose driven, being connected to your purpose. You know, that's important. It's very important to find your purpose, being connected to it. It don't just drop out of the sky.
And that starts with the spiritual right there, Coach.
It comes from your research.
Yeah, that starts with that spiritual, brother. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got to be purpose driven. If you don't know where you're going, how you gonna want a woman? You know what I'm saying? It's like I didn't understand that in the beginning because the way we grew up in the neighborhoods of society of Oak Cliff or wherever. You know, this is my partner J baby shirt right here. I-45 connection, Oak Cliff, y'all. I'm just letting you, this is a shout out. But it's just the way we grew up, man, in these cities, in these inner cities, to where we thinking that it's all about being a player. Whatever I can say this right here, whatever the fad was at that time, that's what we gotta understand with these young people. Y'all don't understand. A lot of people don't want to understand the young people because they don't understand the music. Oh, you listen to that bumpity bump. It's like, no, man. We have to understand them in their music, and then to explain to them in a way that where they gonna back up out of there. They're gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, it makes sense, man. You know what I'm saying? Give them a scenario. You know, we done all told them, yeah, the end of the road is jail, but then we'll sit up there and accept the bread from them. We'll accept some money from them. That's just like saying, well, baby, you can go out get a little. You can go get a little bit of pussy, baby. Don't get all the pussy. Just stick the tip in. Yeah, how many women gonna say that?
You took it back on that one, boy.
You hear me, man? Yeah, oh man, I just want to stick the tip in, man. Yeah, yeah. Your woman ain't gonna accept that, so we gotta stop accepting the financial gains of a young person. Of a young person's benefiting from the street or from the scam or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, man, we got to be that one that's in control of every situation, man. Even I ain't gonna say even the women, but sometimes women, y'all gotta let your brothers call your brothers for your sons, call your uncles for your son. If them guys ain't in order, find somebody in the neighborhood that's a mentor, that has structure, that has a solid foundation to where they can pass the information on to your sons, to where everybody gonna have something solid around them, man. Because I remember, just like me and Coach grew up, man, we grew up, a lot of us too, we grew up in a neighborhood where Mr. Johnson, Mrs. John, whoever down that street can tell you what to do.
That's it.
So we got to get back to believing in, hey, man, that man ain't trying to hurt my son. But we do have to still be aware of who that is trying to tell your son something, though. Because everybody's not a teacher. You might have a pedophile, so I can't say let them listen to anybody, but you do have to listen to some male figure to where we're going to have some masculine power around here again, because we're raising too many emotional boys. And then it's a lot of grown men that's too emotional.
Now that part, that's where I want to go at right there.
Hey, yeah. Go ahead, Coach.
That's it. So yeah, we're talking about being able to relay to the young men how to live, how to be, how to walk, how to talk, how to interact, how to look eye to eye, how to shake a man's hand. You know, we want to teach that to the young men, to the young boys, but the thing about it, there's not enough men, and if they do know, they're not interacting with the young man. You know what I'm saying? Right. The adult man is not interacting enough with the young man. You know, because they might say, okay, they don't want to listen. Okay, but you ain't trying to make them listen or try to help them listen. You know,
well, you ain't saying it in a way. I don't mean to cut your wisdom, but you ain't saying it in a way that they want to listen to.
Yeah, you got to meet them where they at.
Right, you can't talk at a child. You got to talk to a child. You got to explain it. Give them the. Don't give them a ultimatum, because then they gonna take the way out. But if you have a conversation, see, a lot of times as parents, we want to, hey, you know, do, instead of having a conversation.
The tangible.
Once we start breaking down the conversation, because see, that's a lot of our problems, because we didn't grow up in communicable households. We grew up in a bunch of yelling and screaming, toxic stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now we don't even understand how to communicate. But then it's our job, our responsibility as men to not blame nobody, but take responsibility and hold yourself accountable to say, hey, man, you know what? I'm going to teach my son way better than my dad taught me. I'm going to teach my nephew. I ain't got no kids, but I'm going to teach my nephew something better than I was taught.
That's right.
As a man. So we do have to understand. Take our responsibilities as a man. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, being accountable. That's big. You know, we taking responsibility and be accountable for our young fellows. You know that's what we have to be able to do, man. And even our brothers, even the ones that are our age that may not have it, we got to find a way to be able to express to them that it ain't right or this is what we should be doing. You know, help them to be able to personal develop because not everybody's right. I haven't arrived. I still personally develop every day. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love when we come up with these topics because it's a reminder. It's a reminder of where I need to be and where I'm going. It helps me be connected to the purpose I've already found out. You know, so I've really found my purpose. You know, but it took some time. It took some time because now I'm 50 years old. I want to help the person be able to find their purpose at 25, at 26. Imagine how much you accomplish if you find it that early. You know, and there are some people that have found it that early, you know, but not enough of us. You know So I'm just going with that. Go ahead.
I like the fact that, you know, accountability is always going to be in the forefront of me because I've always been that guy in the past where I would be in denial. No, bro, because I wanted to be right because my money was bigger than the next person. So I was the type of guy like most of us are out here in this world. We thrive off of the ego instead of the true knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Super niggas.
Yes. There you go.
What's going on, my brother?
I'm great. You know, it's a blessing to be in the land of the living. Absolutely. Okay. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, man. So we talking about this masculine power, man, how we holding ourselves accountable for all the mistakes or all the things that we're not teaching the next child, or I mean the next young man, so he can become a better man. Instead of, like, I was looking at this program the other day on EYL where they was talking about some guys from the south side of Chicago. They done came as a group of like 10 of them. Mm-hmm. Now what they're doing, they're buying the houses up in Chicago and they grabbing them young boys off the streets, showing them how to do a drill, showing them how to use a tape measure, show how to hold a drill and whatnot. So I said, man, this is gonna be real big because now once they started, how many other communities all over the world gonna do the same thing Nipsey had going on? You know what I'm saying? That's like Nipsey was about that.
I'm glad that's being said because that's what I'm doing. A men's summit. It's gonna be in June already. I'm already talking about it, man, because you know, and we're gonna do financial literacy. We're gonna do tying a tie. You know, building construction, changing oil, you know, all that. So I think it's needed. That is a great idea. And, you know, most cities need to jump on board with that because not only do I love education and I think school is great. But if some of these young men don't learn a trade or learn how to do some sort of trade or some business aspect, cooking, anything, you know, we're going to be hurt. We're going to be hurt, man, because they don't want to, they don't see themselves down the road.
No.
They don't see themselves, they don't have vision enough to see themselves in 7 or 8 years. And they're not realizing how challenging it's going to be. You know,
and that's why
on their phone.
I don't mean to cut your wisdom, but I love the saying. I don't like the saying when people say your dreams should be so big that they scare you. Your vision gives you energy. So how is your vision something that's your purpose going to give you energy but scare you? So it's like we got to take away these cliche sayings. Just because somebody got money, don't repeat what they say. Because a lot of people allow their egos to be more than the knowledge that they have. They have more ego than knowledge. So they understanding of words don't even fall into play the right way because they so busy. Oh, I got on a $50,000 suit. It's like, say, brother, that $50,000 could have went to some kids down the street. You could have helped them, gave them a football instead of letting them keep on carrying a gun. So you can't tell me that your vision should be so big it should scare you. That's a lie. Your vision gives you energy, man. Your purpose gives you energy. Every time I think about what I'm gonna be in my future, and when I walk in it in the mornings, when I'm doing my motivation, or when I'm walking it in the gym, lifting them weights in the gym, and I feel so powerful, man. Yeah. So how is that supposed to scare me? That's my vision. My vision is to be the healthiest self and to be able to pass down generational wealth to my children. That's why I'm building a company to do that. And it's mine. So I don't have to ask the man, say, can you write this trust over to my grandson so he can be in the company too? No, we got a trust fund already about to get set up for that so that we can. I'm just learning more about the trust because I didn't know about trust. I remember CDs and all of that, you know.
But that's what I'm saying. We must be lifelong learners. It's okay to learn something every day. It's okay. Yeah. That's what we want to do. Believe it. You got to read about it, you know, in order to get it, you know. And you're talking about attributes of authentic masculinity, you know. That's where I went with it, you know, when I started doing my research, man. Because I know what masculine is, but what authentic masculinity is, you know, being authentic with it, you know. And some of those attributes came out to respect, vision, integrity, assertiveness, and confidence. Assertiveness, confidence, respect, vision, integrity. Man, all those hit home with me. All those hit home with me, you know, because I know I had to have vision. I have to see myself down the road. I can't stay in this place where I'm at. Because I already share with y'all every week that stagnation stinks. I can't sit still and not build. That's why I'm a mathematics teacher. I'm all about building. You know what I'm saying? From a foundation, starting with a nice foundation to continue to build. I learn every day something, you know, and being assertive about it, going for it, you know. I got to go for it. I got to fight for it.
Super Niggas, what you got, Buzz? Super Niggas.
I'm enjoying the conversation. My superhero power, I mean, because I would say to be able to adapt, because I'm never in a situation that, you know, I'm uncomfortable in, whether or not it comes to a meeting, conference, whatever. It's like, because you're not going to outwork me. You're not going to outlearn me. You may be smarter than me, but I mean, it's just like in school, like, okay, all the smart kids got to school, like, you know, whatever time they wanted to. I mean, if I wanted to be one of them, I just made it to school earlier so I can go ahead and develop, because I'm more of a hands-on learner versus like a verbal. But then I ended up graduating at the top of my class. So go figure. Same thing in school for massage therapy. Like, you know, writing the test like on papers or whatever. I was horrible at that. But give me a verbal test, I got you. So I mean, adapt and overcome.
But I just found that out, man. That's what I've been doing lately, giving verbal tests. Because audio learners, visual learners, kinesthetic learners, a lot of them learn, a lot of people, kids, men, anybody learn differently, man. And you know, those tests, they get test anxiety, man. It's true. That's a true story.
That's it. Yeah. And that's the thing, because having ADHD and then being diagnosed with dyslexia as a kid is like, okay, as a kid, no kid want to hear that, because first off, we didn't even know what it was. It's like, okay, well, maybe he's just slow. Like, okay, but finish my test before every other kid in class. Like, they got to study all this time. I just listen to it and I understand, I comprehend, I remember. So that's it. So once again, I enjoy being put in those potential uncomfortable situations to like see what it is that I'm doing or how I can advance in that area.
It gave you the confidence. Yeah.
Wow.
And that's what I don't mean to cut you, KD, but check this. I want to piggyback off of what Super Niggas was saying, that when I was listening to something Keys had said a while ago. He said confidence is the ability to hold the truth.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like Alejandro would say, hey, man, I didn't have to go early. I didn't have to do all that stuff, but I knew the work.
Yeah.
It's like you got to know the work. You got to know who you are, first of all, before you can say, hey, man, I'm you know, because confidence comes from self-awareness in my eyes.
Yeah.
If you know what your triggers are, you know what's going to piss somebody off, or you know what's going to piss you off, or you know the things about you that's going to be helpful for the next person. It could be detrimental for the next person if they do it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So, but you have to understand who you are and have that confidence in saying, hey, don't treat me that way, or don't approach me like that, because that's not going to make it good for neither one of us. Right. So that's why, you know, when you're in the classrooms finishing your work first, or a doctor trying to tell you about some HDAD, it's like, nah, you can't tell me. It's like, I don't understand why these parents allow them doctors to say that to their kid.
Yeah.
If your kid is hyperactive, that means he like Cat Williams say, man, I gave my son this medicine, man. That man only, what you thinking about, son? Running? He doesn't want to play. He doesn't want to be a kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why parents talk about, like, why you so hyper? It's like, hey, man, that's a kid. That's what you think a kid is supposed to do.
Yeah.
Be around here running, reading the Wall Street Journal at 2. You know, it'd be great if you could, but
ain't nothing wrong with it now.
There ain't nothing wrong with it. But that's a baby though, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we got to be, you know, like when you're a woman and you don't know what's wrong with your son, at least let their dad or a male figure that's really structured in the mind, or stable-minded man, let them have a conversation with the little boy, because the boy might understand his understanding is a male's voice with authority in it. Mm-hmm. You as a mother, you just like, hey baby, sit down, don't do this, and ooh, he like, oh, she playing, man, get her up out of here. I run all over her. But then as soon as the man comes and say, hey boy, he stand up straight, stop what he doing, because he already heard that authority.
Yeah.
And
you know what I'm saying? So
that's what intimidates some of these young boys now. When you try to talk to them and they ain't used to a man voice, you know, getting on them or telling them, chastising them or telling them something different or something that's the right way. So when you approach them, you almost got to be mindful how you even talk to them, because they're going to grow off.
Yeah, you're right. And that's the thing with moms, because, you know, dating a single mom, okay, it's cool. But it's like, imagine if that kid's dad or father isn't in their life. Then she has a boyfriend or somebody that comes around like you, coach, you know, that love kids. Hey, blah, blah, blah. And it's like the kid automatically adapts to it. And the mom thinking like, oh, you know, because kids and drunk people are the only honest people, right? So it's like, my kid really likes you. Like, well, yeah. But they're getting, it's almost like something internal, like they're looking for something, or they're used to something that they haven't yet received.
That's it. Wow, that's a good way.
I'm just automatically thinking, oh, well, maybe he's the one. Like, you have 4 kings this year.
Wow. Right. I'll call it everybody. She trying to play poker. She trying to win in poker. He got 4 kings, 4 of a kind.
Hey, when I made
and then trying to figure out why the 4 is of a kind. It's like, no, man.
Yeah.
But now we do have to come together, man, as adults. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's your son or not your son, or whatever the case may be. It's like, at least first have a conversation with the mama, like, say, man, can I talk to your son about this right quick? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If she feels like you a stable dude, if she feel like you the type of man that's a solid guy, she shouldn't be having no problem with that. But if that woman that you sleeping with won't allow you to talk to her son, that means you need to go back and evaluate yourself, because then that woman is just really getting you for your money, because she don't feel like you solid enough to have a conversation from a man to a man.
Right.
That's it.
And so that's a problem with a lot of households too. And a lot of times, fellas, we got to give these women the harsh reality of who they are.
Okay.
If she ain't holding up her end of the bargain, or if she's acting out of character, say, man, check yourself, home girl. Oh man, that's who she is. No, that ain't who she is. That ain't who she's gonna be around me.
Right.
That's it.
Because you got to be that man to stand up and hold yourself in that masculine power. Because as soon as they see you fold one time, then that's when they start, oh man, I don't even like you no more.
Yeah. Right. That's what I was talking about with that authentic masculinity, because women can possess or even express masculine traits. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean that they have masculine power. That's the difference. And I was doing my research. They can possess and express masculine traits, but they don't have masculine power, because the authentic. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The authentic masculinity, that's where that come in at. You know, and as I was going on, you know, it's self-driven, efficient, proficient. You know what I'm saying? Like different things. I was like, man, this is good. This is good. You know, being and you said it one time, adapting, being able to adapt.
Right.
You know, to many different situations as situations arise, because we know they're gonna rise. You know, it's inevitable. It says inevitable that things are going to come up in our life. But how do you adapt? How do you adjust and align to what's going on? That's where that masculine power should kick in.
Yeah, because like I said, my career, my fiance's career, two totally different things. But you sitting up there talking with them and going out to dinner and doing different things with them. It's like, you know, he's more than a chef. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. You adapt. That's why people, oh man, you know, it almost seemed like you fake, and I'm like, how's it faking? Because I actually have knowledge about certain things.
That's it.
Right.
Right. Only thing you do is build or fix on houses.
Yeah, that's how they used to be. They man, that's how it happened for me. So I volunteered. I started volunteering coaching football. Yeah. You know, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to volunteer. I was helping out. And the man said, "What? You got a master's in mathematics instruction?" Yeah, I do. But I own my own business. That's how I make my money. I renovate houses. That's what I do. He's like, man, please go ahead. Go and put in an application. Put in an application. I put it in, you know. And they called me. I was like, you know, okay, I could do this, and I would love to do this, but when I went in an interview, I said, I can't give up this.
Yeah.
This is my livelihood. I'll come and do this, but the manger is what it is. Yeah. That's what I live for. That's my why. It's in it's in the name of my business. Desiree Madison and Jayla. That's my why. My baby girls. That's the name of my company. That's what I do. Now I could do this, but it's not gonna alter this. That's that masculine power, having your purpose, knowing your purpose, you know, being self-driven. I intrinsically motivate myself.
Yeah.
I don't have to get my motivation from anywhere else.
Yeah, I like what you said right there, because what drives your purpose, what keeps your purpose driven, is when your heart, your mind, and your gut is in alignment.
Woo! Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Once your heart, your mind, and your gut is in alignment, that means your instincts and you attentive listening, you're not trying to make a mistake on too many things, because everything feels right. Everything is in the divine. You know what I'm saying? You're feeling the divine right now. You just like, oh man, this is what it's supposed to feel like.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't get that. They'll try to go get a job just because it pays well, but then once they get inside of there, then they like, damn man, I don't even like these people. I don't even like, because you didn't do your research. You wasn't in alignment with your gut.
That's it. That's it, man. That's it.
I mean,
and you being able to walk in it.
So here, I said they say everything that feels right is not right. I mean, if you're from the country, they say a sheep feels just like a woman.
Oh, there you go with the bush. You go with the bush.
Oh, boy, go ahead, come on with it. You say that,
man, you ain't talking about. We ain't talking about the poor animals tonight, baby.
That joker went there, boy. Yeah, that is great, man.
But shit, man, I like the fact that man, T's done left. Man, what's happening, bro? Say, but yeah, man, once we get that heart, mind, and that gut in alignment, and then not be anchored to a past mistake, not be anchored to past trauma, not be anchored to past relationships or past things that we talk about, you know, that didn't go well for us. Don't be anchored to that, man. As a man, just like Alejandro say, like super niggas say, we got to learn to adapt to everything different, man. If it start raining in the middle of the play, you got to be able to have that vision to still throw the ball down the field regardless. You think football players say, oh, it's raining, we got to cut it out, let's stop. No, we adapting. We'll keep going.
They play football in the snow.
I
said they play football in the snow.
In the snow. Yeah, it don't matter. Rain, sleet, or snow, like the postman, the game must go on, man. And then that's what's so beautiful about having that understanding, having that knowledge, having that masculine power as a man to be able to say, hey man, that happened. I'm not finna let this ain't gonna be the end of the day.
Yeah.
This ain't finna stop me from what I have to still keep going on. It's like a running back, Barry Sanders. I was listening to once talk about Barry Sanders. He said he knew he had Barry Sanders tackled. He said, but as soon as he dove into him, he just grabbed his arms, grabbed the whole air. Because Barry back up out of the tackle and whoop, go around. You gotta be able to adapt like that. It's like a boxer. You gotta check the man's shoulders and see which way he finna. If he finna go low, you know it's uppercut or a right jab or something. You gotta be able to adapt as a man. And not sit up here and complain and be the victim and what she said. Say, man, if you don't get your
yeah. I got four to go. I got four reasons to go with that. Ability to face challenges, willing to learn or improve, willing to improve, take responsibility, and holding your word. Those were some attributes as well, man. You know, like being able to hold your word, do what you say you're gonna do. You know, take responsibility. You know, we talked about that, being accountable, and be willing to. I say that, willing to learn and remain teachable, willing to improve, get better, not bitter. You know, better, not bitter. I ain't mad about it. If I messed up, I'm gonna get better. I'm not gonna dwell in it. I like what you said right there. You know, don't be anchored to it. That means don't dwell in it. Don't get stuck in it, man. You got to keep moving.
You're not you trying to pull it along, just like Erykah Badu said back in the day, bag lady.
Yeah,
you gonna mess it up, babe. You got all them bags. Why you got all them bags like that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can't be a bag lady. You can't be a man who's anchored to a problem or anchored to a situation that's already gone. You can't be a man that like that. That ain't how you gonna show that your family gonna be all right. Just think of this right here. Just put yourself in this situation. Okay, you didn't get the 500,000 you were supposed to get. Now you gonna just sit in the soak for 2 days. But then somebody called you the next day and told you, well, check this out, man. I got 700,000 on the table around the corner. If you come around, nah, I don't want nobody. I don't want no phone calls right now. Now you just missed 700,000 because you were still anchored to a problem that happened the day before.
That's good.
Now you just missed money, but your family's starving over there. And you gotta go out and ask the neighbors for $5 and all this here because your anger took you out your whole circle of bread.
Yeah.
See, we don't even understand, man. This money is a cycle. This money is frequency. This currency is currency.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So as a man, you should understand the power that you protrude out of your body is what you showing the world that's inside of you.
Wow.
If you're going to be that type of man that's going to fold under pressure, we know you ain't got no heart. We know you the scarecrow. You know, we know who you are. You ain't the mighty lion that you claim to be because anybody can put on a lion's mane and a bunch of gold chains with some nice shoes and look the part.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know a bunch of fly suckers. I know a bunch of rich lames that ain't even got no brain in their head. They just rich, man.
I know a bunch
how
of
they did it, not my business. Huh?
That I know a bunch of well-dressed bums.
Yeah.
That's all
that right there. That right there, man.
Bro, did you see him? Like, you saw what he doing? Okay, did you know this about him? It's like you going just based off appearance.
Right.
Even in, same-sex relationships, okay, if you're a woman and you want to be with a woman, that's cool. But don't go get a woman that look like a man. Just because she have a mustache don't make her a man.
Right.
Wow.
That don't make sense.
Wow.
I ain't understand the whole process of it anyway. But hey, what it is, what it is.
Yeah.
But
they're gonna do it. They do it.
Yeah, man. But that's it, man. In a nutshell, as the people, it's so many people that just be stuck off into situations, man. As men, we supposed to be problem solvers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you got if you got to go through your household with your woman solving all the problems, who you think she gonna look at when it's time for something really to happen? You know, something really to shake. She ain't gonna look at you. She probably be dating a dude who giving her the answer because he's the problem solver. You know what I'm saying? He's the one who gonna make something happen.
Yeah.
And we gotta stop. I'm gonna say this right here. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of us look in the mirrors for the wrong reasons.
Ooh.
You know how much that's gonna sit in y'all head, but you're looking in the mirrors for the wrong reasons. You need to be talking to yourself in the mirror instead of seeing how your clothes fit and trying to see what the appearance of the outside look like. Quit that outside appearance stuff, man. You got to remember, man, y'all can see all these go to California. You see all these rich people, man, they jumping out of cars, Lamborghinis with holes in their shirts and flip-flop shoes on and T-shirts too small. They not worried about what they look like. They know what their mind is like. Yeah. They know what to think and how to maneuver and get out of situations that they stuck in. Mm-hmm. They show a masculine power as a man because I feel like a lot of them live out of the spirit though, man. Once we understand we are spiritual people, spiritual beings instead of human beings. Hue means the dirt. That's what the hue means. And as a man, we came onto this earth. That's what they call the first man. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But most of the times it was gods and it wasn't too many. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too many regular people back in the day when it first started.
Yeah.
And that was a million something years ago. People be thinking it was like I was listening to another thing. See, that's another thing about masculine power. Learn something for your family to eat off of.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because we sit around here and let somebody else tell us what time we go to work, and that's like Coach say, man, I'll come work with y'all, but my baby is my business. So I got multiple streams of income coming in. So that's how Coach came about with, having more than what the next person had, and see, they can be mad at him, but they know it's real about him because he was a born teacher. You know what I'm saying? When he learned the football game. So he knew he was going to either one day play the game or teach the game.
That's it.
You can only do one or two. It's like Alejandro, he said, man, I'm cooking so good at the house. Forget it, man. I'm gonna let's go ahead and go in a restaurant too. When I become the head chef at the restaurant, man, forget y'all, man. Check this out. I got a whole catering business. Y'all go ahead and keep that restaurant. I'm gonna go do something else.
Yeah.
So when you walking in your purpose, you start to see yourself elevate. One of my partners came down a couple of days ago. He drive trucks. What he seen me in the last time he was here, from the time now, he like, oh boy, you down here progressing, huh? I said, man, I'm just trying to learn new stuff so I can get more stuff. See, the more knowledge we have, the more we can go grab some assets. Because I'm not offensive liabilities. Everything that I buy right now has got to bring me something later down the line. Like my truck, it damn near done paid for itself already.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't had it but 2 years, so I know it. You know what I'm saying? I know it's an asset for the business that we do,
Yeah.
So we got to start understanding, man. That's why I had put that on my timeline this morning, assets over liabilities.
I saw that.
Yeah. Because that's what my mind is. My mind ain't
I
off.
wish a lot more of us could understand that, though, even all the way down to property, man. I don't think a lot of us, delving into property much. That's my interest as of now, because that's appreciation. I want things that's going to appreciate, not depreciate.
Right. Yeah.
That's where I'm at with it, man. And you got to do your research. Got to do your research, man, on things that interest you. Yeah. Because it's always a way to make some money. There's always a way to get better.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like
Go ahead, Super.
Want to look at everything as real estate, because you can ask the average person, how does McDonald's make their money? they're gonna tell you hamburgers.
Right.
So,
but they much more.
oh, absolutely, because they focus more so on real estate. You already know, like they are investors. Like that's what McDonald's does. That's where they make their money. You think they really care if you sell a good?
Right.
No, it's their property. Their building can burn down or whatever. You could be slow. You still gonna pay their property, though. So,
yeah, I'm gonna take that right there, and I'm gonna tell you about imagination. So just think, Mr. Rod, he first had the imagination of an ice cream shop. But then he implemented the burgers with the ice cream shop. So the McDonald's was just an ice cream shop at the gate. Just like Walmart was a 5 and dime store at the beginning. So you got to see yourself down the road. You know what I'm saying? I can start with the ice cream, but shit, now I'm gonna throw some burgers in there. Throw a couple of now I got a clown. You know, he's promoting the burgers. So I'm gonna get him some friends. Now I got the Grimace, the burglar, the hamburger, and the other little thing. You know? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So you got to understand, man. You got to when your name becomes a brand, you have to be that man to say, hey, man, what's gonna represent me in a way? So you got the people you have around you, they gotta represent you.
Yeah. Wow. Woo! Come on now.
Yeah.
That's good.
So that's what's gonna complement your business. That's what's gonna grow your business. If you got a bunch of snakes and borrows and beggars around you, your business ain't gonna grow. Ain't nobody hustling. Ain't nobody going to get it.
Right.
Wow. Wow.
Ain't no go-getters around you. Ain't nothing but a bunch of dudes sitting around talking about, hey, boy, yeah, man. Say, boy, you seen that last night, man? Man, what y'all talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even be around people, bro. I'm telling you, I go to work. The lady asked me the other day, she said, you don't work with people? I said, I don't have time for communication right now, man. Yeah. If you don't know what we doing, I'm not finna explain it to you. I need people to know what we doing. Yeah. If I give it to you, if I walk up on the job site, I can look at everything that needs to be done and I can say, hey, man, what you need me to do? And if he say this, this, and that, boom, take off. You won't see me no more. You know what I'm saying? That's who I was when I was working for people. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to tell me but one thing. I'm gonna go down the line because I know the steps that come after it. I know what's gonna be happening after we frame the wall. I know it's gonna need drywall. I know it's gonna need screws. It's gonna need mud. It's gonna need painting. Who doing the flow? You know what I'm saying? Who doing the recess lights? Who's doing these things so we can all keep this machine going?
Yeah, project management.
So you gotta have that kind of power to where I'm confident in what I'm walking in. I'm confident in every room that I come in. It's like when we used to go to them events all the time in Tava. People thought I was one of the diamonds in the group because I came in with a confidence that was way different than a regular person coming walking around. I'm directing traffic. Hey, now y'all need to go sit over there at that table. Hey, now y'all come over here. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? They like, man, who is it? Oh, that's Keith Liddell, y'all. That's Keith Liddell. You know what I'm saying? And people right now, we still support each other, man. It's like Miss Jazz, you know what I'm saying? All of us, we still do what we do. Yeah. Because we got that confidence in knowing who we are off the rip. You can't play me because I've already done played every game under the sun. Yeah. You know, I might let people have their way with conversations because, hey, man, say what you got to say. I'm going to let you feel like you know what you're doing. But then when I don't reply or respond how you want me to, that's just letting you know, oh, that dude here, hey, man, so why you ain't?
So serious.
Yeah, I'm not listening no more. Now I'm looking.
Yeah.
I'm observing energy. I'm observing actions. I'm observing. Yeah. See, a lot of people think you soft because you don't say nothing, but I be quiet. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say. No, really what we gonna talk about? I done seen your actions already. Yeah. As men, we not supposed to be confrontational. Right. That's not a man's trait. That's not a masculine power trait. That's a female. That's a feminine trait.
Yeah.
You confrontational all the time. Come on, man. That's what women do, man.
Slow the anger, and
You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. As a man, you can't be what? You mad for what? What you mad for?
With like that.
With who?
Yeah, I can't argue with you. You mad, you big mad. Like even at Southern University, because yeah, I'm there, but then they have people that work for Southern or work for Airmark, you know, that's over there. And it's like, they hate their job. And it's like then they look at how the company's doing and everything, and it's like, you know, what else you do, man? Like, what do you mean what else I do? Like, you can get to know me, you can Google me, but you know, why am I wasting my time? Like, they can sit up there and argue or bicker back and forth. I look at beef as like a broke man sport.
Right.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah, that was one of the hardest things that I had to get over before, because I didn't go tick for tack. Like I told you guys before, they'll want to go low and I'll take it to hell. And it's like,
yeah.
Oh, and that's the whole thing. It's like, why am I giving you my energy?
Right.
Like, here it is. You come to work on for somebody. And then when summer comes, like, you're off for 3 months.
Right.
You have no job. So it's like, okay, you're mad. Like, it's almost like, just like I just said, I can't argue with you. Like, for what? Yeah. Not worth my word. Not worth my time. And if I take it there, then once you take it there with me, there's no coming back.
But see, that's the part of this. That's the distraction that they create in their head. They feel like it's supposed to be like that. Yeah. So that's why we gotta be these type of men, to where we keep it solid. We keep our structure. We keep the framework to where we ain't falling short. We ain't falling off into the trap of distractions. Right. Because it just take you 2 seconds to go to jail. I don't know nobody who done been to jail planned on, you know what, man, let me go outside and fuck up today and go to jail, man. This is what I want to do. I ain't never heard nobody say that.
It's like, wakes up at 7 o'clock in the morning, want to smoke a cigarette. Who thinks about tobacco at 7 o'clock in the morning?
Well, a person who's addicted to a problem. It's their problem. They not solution-based mindset people. Yeah. They got issues that they're anchored to. I used to smoke cigarettes and I was anchored to a bunch of situations in my mind, though.
Absolutely.
You know, the reality of the situation wasn't as harsh as the actual mind that was thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, man, we put a thought in our head and then we expand that thought into what if, and then we start believing all of these thoughts. Now, this story done created in our head. Now we live it out.
Yeah.
Not unintentionally though.
Right.
But we overthought the process instead of sitting back and letting the solution. See, a lot of times, like the Bible say, you don't worry about the how. You just ask for the blessing. You ask for what you're looking for. You don't ask, you command what you're looking for, and you just sit back and keep working towards that, and the how is gonna figure itself out.
That's it.
Yeah.
I told myself I needed a certain amount of money by a certain time. Man, I'm getting phone calls every single day about, hey, I need. I didn't ask nobody to call, but the universe works with me like that. It's just like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It keeps coming in. Yeah.
And I love that habit. I mean, even like in the beginning stages with Tav, it's like, okay, cool. I wanted to meet a certain quota in a week or in a day. And it's like, okay, cool. Put it out there. You can do it verbally, mentally. When you meditate,
right.
Start rolling in. I'm like, bro, okay, I see you. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But see, that's a lot of us. I don't mean to cut your wisdom, coach, but there's a lot of us, we need to just empty ourselves out.
Yeah.
Empty that person, empty all of who you were and start over, man. You got to release, like we say in a health coaching class, you have to clear the clutter.
That's it.
Clear that pantry. Get all them old spices out the pantry. You know, you done seen them spices that done caked up at the bottom. They hard. Yeah. Now you beating it on the counter, trying to loosen the spices up.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, this stuff expired in 19. Why do you still have it?
Why is it still here?
You hear me, man?
Well, the sauce is not going to expire. Okay. Like,
no, that's true, man. Mm-hmm.
It's wild. Everything has an expiration date. I don't care. Even condoms have an expiration date.
Boy, who you telling?
Hey, like yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How many? Let me ask you this: how many times have you did shadow work? Like, you know, worked on your lower level self.
You said, oh, personally?
Yeah, your lower level. It's like
lower level. I would normally discover that stuff when I'm meditating, but it's not something that was just like on the forefront because, like, either when I'm showering, working out, or whatever, it's like I talk to myself. People make comments. I talk to myself because I get answers, I get responses. So,
yeah. And the shadow work is just that right there.
Yeah.
Talking to yourself, answering yourself as far as like, you know, I need to stop that. I have to stop that. I will stop that. That won't be a part of my next move. I got to do it this way because this didn't work, this, and the third. So we have to reflect I reflect once a week on how my week went, and I ask myself them questions. How did I do today? You know, what was my high point? Yeah, what was my high point of the day? How do I make this person feel today?
Yeah.
So your goal as a man, you should be in those kind of questions with yourself, just trying to figure out. Hey, Bliss, yeah, we gotta figure out as men, just do the reflections at the end of the day or at the end of the week or whatever, to keep yourself mindful of your emotional roller coaster. Stay intact, you know, and don't get all over the place, because you're a man. You're supposed to be the leaders of the household. So you need to be the one who makes sure that the household stays solid in that foundation, man.
Yeah.
And that's just some things, man. We gotta, you know, I feel like we should be operating out of reflection, shadow work, just, you know, looking in the mirror, not just for your clothes, but just to talk to yourself, man.
Yeah.
And I feel like
if you don't do it daily, if you fail to do the shadow work, if you fail to reflect, you will find yourself in a position that you're not happy with. You will find yourself in a place where you're not moving. And it's imperative that we do that work. I have to do it daily. And I found myself a week ago when I missed y'all. I was in a place where I wasn't doing the shadow work, and I was in a downer. I was depressed, and I was, you know, so it happens. You got to be able to bounce back from it, and it only happens when you dwell in it.
Right.
And when you're not reflecting, and you're not reflecting or seeing what part you played in it, things of that nature, man. So
it's
very important, because it ain't always somebody else.
No.
It may be something you done.
Yeah.
That got you where you at.
You heard me, Coach?
What?
I said you didn't backslide, did you? Because I know you was doing good without the bacon. I don't want you to be like, man, look.
Hey, I ain't had bacon all this year, man.
Second month.
I'm still doing good. I'm still doing good.
Yeah.
But
I ain't even had no meat today.
That's what I'm gonna get back on, though. You know, the 3-day week. Remember we did that was pretty good for me when I did.
That was a good challenge, man. Yeah, we got to get back to that challenge and stuff, to where we eat fruit for one day. One day you don't have meat. You know, just got to be mindful of. You know, it's not trying to be a vegan. It's just to make your system digest better. That's all it is, too. You know, because if we don't stay informative about our bodies and a better health, you know what I'm saying? Like I always tell people to go look at Yaki Awaken.
Yeah, I'll see.
I listen to 19 Key, you know, man, Yaki be having. And then now I got Dr. Bobby. Dr. Bobby is another one. He used to be an actual physician who turned holistic healing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we have to start understanding the real temple, the real source. Because we are the source that's connected to the source.
Come on now.
Because we are built in his image and his likeness. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand this, man. As men, we have to definitely start being more stable in our households, man, and show people that, show our family that we can lead them in a manner and lead them in a direction that's going to be greater than our past was.
Yeah.
But say, man, come on, Super Niggas, what you got? Take us up out of here on some masculine power, man.
I want to say never underestimate how far a jealous person will go to destroy you, because lies take the elevator, the truth take the stairs.
I can't go behind that one. I can't go behind that one, man. Run around.
Oh, man.
I'll finish. And this Mancast was brought to you by Lifesaver Gummies. Remember, no matter how soft you are, you're still good to somebody.
No matter how what?
I said, no matter how soft you are, you're good to somebody.
Wow. Good to somebody, huh? Yeah. Lifesaver Gummies. No matter how soft you are, you good to somebody.
Wow. That's good.
Money.
That's good, man.
Yeah. Coach, what you got, man?
Man, I ain't got much tonight. It was a good show, though, man. I'm grateful. I guess I want to say men must take initiative. I think I'm gonna go out with that. Take initiative to be better. Don't just sit in it or dwell in it. You know, we gotta move from this place because stagnation.
Yeah, I love it, man. I'm gonna say this right here, man. We got to stop operating from a physical space and start understanding that once you go out that door, you should try to be of service to someone, bring value to someone, and understand how you're making someone else feel, man.
Wow.
Keep yourself in the mind. As a man, you should not be walking out the door panicking, thinking about bills, thinking about money, thinking about none of those things, because you are a servant leader to where you're going to be that man that holds that foundation together. A woman is going to be there to nurture the foundation, but you have to build the garden so she can water the flowers now. You know what I'm saying? If you don't build the garden, y'all just sitting around here not growing. You trying to put rocks on top of rocks, and it ain't gonna make nothing but a whole bunch of pile of rocks, and still until you form it and put a formation on it. But yeah, man, that was another great episode of the Elite Mancast. We appreciate y'all, man, and y'all definitely go to YouTube and subscribe. Like those videos on YouTube so we can start bringing more awareness to that YouTube channel, man. We get those ratings up and we can get that algorithm up. I ain't gonna say that. Get the algorithm up and get ourselves in a better place, man. But hey, man, y'all have next week. Tune in. We're going to have something special for you. I'm getting it together now, man. So, hey, we might have to start giving out giveaways around here so y'all can understand. That's what Monica be doing on her live platform. She go to giving stuff away.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm giving I'll mail you a pack. Share the live.
Awesome. That's what it is.
Peace, All right, y'all. Peace, man. To the next round.